oh, this ain't so bad.
Like, it's not as bad as what the government was telling us when we were kids, right?
I shouldn't have yelled at those kids 20 years ago.
In the field, minding their own business.
Just rolling around in the mud, you know?
They all got
Speaking
their
of which,
niche.
guys, welcome to BTier Podcast.
Didn't see you there.
Hey, how's it going?
We can edit that
I
out.
don't know. You were at like Theo
No, we're
Von,
leaving that
right?
in.
Yeah,
Did you think Theo Von was better on stage or just in podcast form?
I honestly preferred the podcast. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Charlie Barron we seen like 2 weeks after Von.
Yeah.
He did way better.
Okay.
Like none against Theo. It was a good show, but there weren't really that many memorable, quotes and lines. So
It's really hard because I feel like he was addressing the audience like he was talking to them on the podcast, but the audience doesn't have a microphone. So like you can't really riff off of that.
There's no back and forth.
It was weird to me. It was odd. It was like, and I didn't know how he was gonna go in because I was like, okay, I've like, I know he does stand up. Like I know I've seen him like crush audiences that are smaller than where we were.
Yeah, comedy club kind of thing.
But he almost has to be in like a smaller setting.
Oh yeah, and you
like
get different
really
vibes with that too. Compared to an arena, a stadium, something like that. It's a little more cozy. You have a little more freedom.
Yeah.
Not everyone is recording you, so if you do something, you're not
Yeah.
immediately worried about cancel. So yeah. No.
But he'll probably have a special coming out soon. We'll probably have like a clip from here.
Let's go.
So that'll be cool. Like, who knows?
No, reach out, man.
Yeah.
Talk to your people.
Yeah. I always thought it would be really cool if we just like, I don't know, had people over for after parties, like after events like that.
Hell yeah.
And then just kind of like do a pod at 2 a.m. with like everybody chilling here or whatever.
That'd be pretty slick.
But I don't know how BTier can get involved in that. So like, I don't know. Reach out.
Yeah. You got our number. Email below.
Yeah. Hit that like button and then subscribe button as well while you're here.
Thanks.
You never know. But yeah, I always find it like it would just be really cool to like, cause I don't know. You said you've like met Slug before and like the Atmosphere guys and stuff. So like,
nice.
If they're ever like in town, we just like chill.
This will be the place.
Yeah,
this will be the after party place.
We do a podcast, the BTier after pod. The
rest we can't say on
yeah,
we do podcasts
after dark.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
BTier after
that's what the kids are calling it nowadays.
It's a combination of everything we've ever done.
Adult Swim.
Variety hour.
Yeah,
let's go.
It's the 2 a.m. shows. It can't be shown anytime else.
With the irregular show, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Did you guys ever watch like Robot Chicken?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
This is just a banger. I think we grew up
A
in,
lot
like,
on
the
acid,
golden-
actually.
No, yeah.
That was fun.
Well, the short attention span too. It helps. It's
Well, yeah, because then you're just tripping and you look up and just
you get a good
some
chuckle
wild shit and go, oh.
Yeah, get a chuckle and then move on to the next thing. But no, I really do think we grew up in a golden age of like cartoons, between Adult Swim, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, all of that. Looking at the kids' show these days, it's like an acid trip. Speaking of which, it's just like, what are we doing here?
Well, it's all of the kids that were like watching the good cartoons growing up, and then now they're like, oh god,
and now they're still on acid, and that's what we get.
Just
back in my day, they taught me how to count. Nowadays, they're turning on. I'm like, I don't even. This is abstract as shit.
Well, like the first show like that was like Adventure Time. I think when I was like really noticing, like, okay, these are like the kids that grew up and now they're the ones making the content. And it's like, this is what happens when you like rot your brain from a young age.
When you grow up on
decent cartoons and then you go to like this, it's like.
It's come full circle. They've progressed.
Yeah. No, it has. Time is a flat circle, man. It's like recycled ideas every 8 to 10 years.
Copy paste.
Yeah. Every 30 years, you got new fashion trends, and then it's the same ones repeated every time. It's always the same thing.
Mullet's coming back.
Yeah, it probably will.
They're already back.
That's what I'm saying. I'm noticing it coming on more and more. So,
like the mustache is making a comeback, like just a singular mustache.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that's hipster territory though. You got to be careful.
Well,
could be coming back, or it could just be a phase for the hipsters.
Like the hippie movement has gone through so much over the last like 50 years. Because now I feel like the new hippies are like these I don't know, new age or like conservative guys. Like it's like a completely different vibe than it was like 10 plus 20
It's not
years
nearly
ago.
as fun, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
we don't meet up in random fields and roll in the mud anymore, you know.
well, when did you ever do that, you know?
Well, as a reference to Woodstock. I think I wasn't even a thought yet, but we collectively as a hippie community.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like everybody our age wants to like start a hippie commune though.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's like a pretty normal
I
thing.
mean, everyone and their grandma wants like a farm, couple acres, their own, you know, all your neighbors. I mean, what do you need? You need like 50 or something to incorporate, like, and then you can form your own ordinances and kind of be more self-sufficient.
Yeah. And then the ATF like kind of marks you up a little bit.
We got a Waco again. We got another Waco.
We're an army now.
Situation.
We're an army now.
Ruby Ridge. Oh, I've heard of that one before.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we Molotov
You come in this
your
little
house.
square, you're getting shot at.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
If you leave your house, we're going to kill you. It's like, all right, FBI.
That is that's an extreme form of house
Good
arrest.
try,
yeah.
FBI.
Bring yours if you're coming for mine. I'm gonna be
We're making
waiting.
a party.
It's like, right.
We're incorporated.
All right. You see that? That's a town name.
Yeah.
Unincorporated town name.
Jeez, dude, there's like a pretty good story of like a hippie commune taking over a town, and they just like literally they just moved in, and like everybody there
Oh, is it
now
out
is
in
like
like
part
Washington
of the
or
same
Oregon?
Yeah,
it's
I
in
think
that
it's
dock.
out
yeah.
west somewhere.
Yeah.
And they just move in and like take over the town slowly but surely.
And then
you
there was
know?
like this
next
back
thing you
and
know, they
forth,
own
like,
everything.
Yeah, they had a prank
Kind
war.
of like a mob. Just
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
we own this now.
Well, eventually, you know, the cult group, whatever you want to call it, they outnumber the town folks. So what are you going to do at that
You're
point?
you're gonna outvote them.
You're
on
in them,
everything.
and I think that's what didn't they vote? And then,
they
a bunch
voted
of-
like everybody out of city council.
Yeah.
Just, like, they win it. They won it.
democracy, baby.
Yeah, that's how you do it right there.
Right.
You get 100 of your closest friends to just start voting for you.
The template is there. We just
Yeah.
have to follow it. You know?
Look at me. I'm the mayor now.
Okay, Captain Phillips. Okay, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks needs to be a part of our establishment. If you're listening, Tommy.
We got Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks.
GD, right? Wilson. Sorry, I can't help it. He's a national treasure, that's for sure. I think last time I was here, Betty White was a national treasure. We're going Tom Hanks today.
Tom Hanks is our national treasure today.
BTier, provided by Tom Hanks.
Not a sponsor.
Yet.
Yeah.
Wait for those 2 a.m. after party.
Yeah, this is a
pods
2
to come
a.m.
out,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
He'll get hooked on those. I know it. Black Friday, consumer holiday of the year.
Yeah,
guys
did you
having
buy
fun?
anything? Did you buy anything for
I
Black Friday?
was a good boy.
You buy anything today for Cyber Monday?
I usually wait for Cyber Monday. I'm not trying to fight an old lady for a video game or something.
I was gonna
Again.
build a PC
Again.
this year.
Again.
Yeah.
Hey, it all worked out. The plea agreement's over. She had it coming. Last one. It was the last one.
Yeah, you're out of jail now. Yeah.
Right. I think
good.
she's still breathing.
Restraining orders.
Rip.
Done. Yeah.
I'm not allowed back at Walmart, but
That one.
for the
that
cause.
one.
Yeah.
That Walmart. Yeah.
I got an NDA. I can't really talk more about it.
Oh, gotcha.
You just have to go to the South Side Walmart. I
Right,
get it. Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do. Law and order, right?
She
here.
had it coming, like you said. I mean, I'm gonna back you up on this one.
Thank you. You should have seen those.
As a friend.
Those mean mugs, man. She had a gun. I seen it. It was self-defense, baby. I don't know. This are the old ones. You got to be careful, man. They lull you. They're like, oh, I'm just old. No, man. They know what they're doing sometimes. When they shit their pants, it's intentional. Okay.
Just so they could leave, yeah.
Get out of my house. Yeah, I'm never getting old. That's going to be a hard pass, dog. Lifestyle choice I rather disagree with.
So which one should we open up? We got, well, I mean, they're all both open, but Cedar Ridge we have, and then we also have the Mango Habanero Tennessee Old Smoky.
Cedar Ridge is
That
always a
really,
classic.
this thing really needs to go, Ryan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's so good.
I feel like,
Yeah.
so I was given two options, but there's only one right option.
Yeah. This one over here is like really, really, really good. Really good.
I know it's gonna be trash, but I got to do it now anyway.
Yeah,
Let's
just a
start
finger.
with that. Yeah,
Just a lick.
Let's give it a shot.
Just a lick.
Mango habanero.
Well, because you were gonna bring your spicy stuff
I
over,
was
and
too. I
this
was.
is gonna substitute for it today.
Yeah.
Everyone has,
Which is hotter. I mean, this has habanero. The other one had jalapeno, but that other one had a kick. It was.
Yeah,
it
that
was
one was
potent.
nice.
This
Yeah.
one's hotter.
Okay, I'm here for it.
I'm gonna say, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't put too much in there, to be honest.
I seen the shot you took of that jalapeno stuff. All
I did
right.
double shot it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that was
did.
like the
Like a
first thing I
man.
poured.
Should have seen. What was it, Rob? He's like, oh my god. How do you do that?
We have like the. I mean, Joanna liked it a
But
lot.
they
though.
were even saying about the one you poured me. They're just like, oh, that's too big. Like,
Yeah,
You're gonna hurt him. You're gonna hurt him.
You're like, you're gonna kill him, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill you.
You better be careful.
Yeah. Gotta be careful.
It's
Gotta
for
be
the cause.
careful
It's for the
around
cause,
these
you know?
parts. Just a finger of the mango habanero.
I don't get the sound anymore. That's sad.
Shame.
Oh yeah, you can't clink or clack.
Oh no. Oh no. Hey, that's the price of progress. Okay.
The
I
price you
guess.
pay.
Yeah.
The price you pay.
Price.
Forgot how gross that is.
Yeah, that is awful. I can confirm.
Terrible.
I can see why you wanted it gone real quick. It almost hurts looking at now. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna like already like try to wash that out with the other gooder
yes,
whiskey, you
yes.
know, the better
Let's
one.
get a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting, but then it goes from interesting
Interesting
to bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
in between.
It's pretty bad.
It is. It's
You, the one that you have is amazing though. I do
Oh, yeah.
like the.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
jalapeno.
oh,
Yeah,
this
I
is
don't
a
know
banger.
like what they were trying to think with this because like the mango is too sweet too. It's like not good. There's no
Right.
redeeming quality.
Yeah, like that jalapeno one. It
I
had
feel
like
I feel
orange
like it'd
in
be
it.
good for like maybe like making a sauce or something out of it.
Ooh.
Like-
All right.
Maybe.
Flambe something.
Yeah.
With it. Yeah.
Yeah, like you put
all
it-
right.
Or a marinade.
Oh.
Or a marinade.
Marinade for
yeah,
chicken.
Yeah.
There you go. That would
Yeah.
be a banger.
Or a pork or yeah.
That would be a banger.
Because then you at least cook off the like
The alcohol.
potent,
Yeah.
like the alcohol.
Yeah,
like
then you just get some sweetness from the mango and a nice little kick. And I would be willing to argue. I think that jalapeno one is spicier. Like that had a bit of a kick, but I expected
Okay.
more when I heard habanero. You know, like,
okay.
that's
Yeah,
name brand, right?
Like yeah, I think his was hotter actually.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's you know
on the
any-
on the after, it was totally. I think it was hotter.
it was a kick in the dick. It was potent. You know.
All right. I'll have to like retry that one again. Then, 'cause,
Next time, man, I'll bring
Yeah.
next time for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
Oh, that
plan.
was good.
it was.
I
It was.
liked it. Yeah.
Same.
You said the guy just like does it for fun or whatever as
He
a
just
hobby.
randomly decided he wanted to get into, making cocktails and flavored whiskeys.
should,
and
I
I did the
we
same
should-
thing with growing weed. We're good.
exactly. And look how far you've come. See?
He should start like a YouTube channel. I was talking
Ooh.
about this to one of my buddies last
I'm
night.
not doing
but
that. That'll give me away my location.
I think, one occupation is a little more acceptable. Move to Cali, you hippie. Go to Minnesota now. Don't matter.
That's where I live, but I still don't want to give away my location.
Oh, true. The proprietary
Yeah,
trade secrets.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I mean, I could sit out there with a gun, protect my stuff, but
so much work.
it'd be so much fun.
Just get a drone
Yeah.
with a. Did you guys see that?
What?
Russia put a machine gun. No, Ukraine put a machine gun on a drone and then started opening fire. And so it's the first time a drone has been used as like a
In a
machine
warfare
gun.
weapon, yeah.
Well, I mean, they've done like suicide
Well, yeah,
ones, but
like,
yeah, no, like strapping a weapon on it and saying "Good luck." Soldier.
Yeah.
Like that's bananas.
I'm just imagining that they have like duct tape just wrapped up.
Just the most jankiest.
Yeah, it's like kind of hanging off loosely a
I
little
kind of
bit.
want to see. I kind of want to see it
accuracy.
fire. Does it like shift every time it shoots? Like
I didn't. I
with
only. It was a
recoil,
still.
like-
Yeah, because you think recoil would just take that thing up.
Right. Yeah. No. And well, I mean,
How
drones now they
heavy
can
is-
make like big,
Oh,
hefty
yeah.
ones too. No,
Yeah.
it was a still. I only like read the quick article blurb about it. Didn't look farther into it because I'm like, that's scary as fuck. Now, pretend I didn't see that.
Yeah. Well, because you know that like China, you know how have you ever seen those drone dances videos?
Oh, yeah, like
where they
firework
have, like,
replacements?
Yeah, where they
Yeah.
have like the dragons breathing
super cool,
fire
dude.
and all. Just imagine each and every one of those has like a bomb strapped to it.
And it's so easy to do.
Yeah,
Like,
you can
well, and that's
literally
what,
blow up an entire city.
I think
It's
right
like-
now the DoD actually has a $20 million contract out where anyone, if you can develop a system that can reliably shoot drones down or disable them, 20
shotgun,
mil pocket.
12 gauge.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Or
DoD, 20 mil.
I got you
Let's
covered.
just go get a bunch of laser pointers.
Yeah, laser pointers.
Confuse the crap.
Blind
out
them.
of
Blind
Confuse
them.
the crap
and
out of
then we go.
Well, I
grab
mean,
them. Yeah.
oftentimes.
I mean, if anything, javelins. Like we just use javelins to shoot down drones, right?
Oh yeah, bring them
Wouldn't
back
that
to like
just be
ancient
something?
Greece. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It could work.
No,
I'm thinking
I'm thinking
missile.
javelin missiles. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like
I'm
the
thinking
sport thing.
like rocket launcher.
You're going nuclear. You're going nuclear. The Scud missile.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah,
Stinger
no,
missiles.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it.
I like the javelin throwing idea though too. You could just be like chucking them up there. It's like caveman style. You're
And then
just
it's not
taking
like
down drones.
again $20 million per missile. Like that's easily replaceable. You
Yeah.
can you
No,
can
I'm
fire
getting the
them
potato
multiple times.
launcher and just.
There you go. Well, one
same.
guy.
T-shirt gun.
One guy did that, only it was like a net, so it would like
Yeah. Oh,
catch the drone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one I seen was someone is trying to jam the IF, the infrared or whatever,
Okay.
like the radio frequencies or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, from the sounds of it, no one.
I mean,
At this
they
point.
get close enough. I'm pretty accurate with
Dude, the
fishing rod and a
Shotgun-
big ass sinker. Like I'm
Shotgun's
pretty
gotta be the
accurate.
move, dude. The 12 gauge shotgun, just pop
Boom,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But at
'cause
that
that's
point,
gotta-
I'm just duck hunting at that
they're
point.
probably
Yeah.
too close to get you to like kill you at that point, right?
That's a little
Yeah.
close for comfort.
It's
Yeah, you'd like to have a
50
bit
yards,
more
They
buffer.
have like 10-pound explosives. You're already looking at almost
Yeah, that could be a little close
Yeah.
for comfort, but no, it's just wild stuff. It's like those robot dogs from the what is that?
The Black Mirror.
Yeah, right. And then just strap a flamethrower on it, call it a day. Like,
Yeah.
that's the future. That's what we're getting to. So
Like
yeah,
Boston Dynamics has those robots
Oh, yeah.
already. So
yeah,
yeah,
no,
it'd
for
just
sure, it's a
be-
thing, and it's like 2-3 years ago. Even it was, I mean, novel. It was cool, but now it puts in work. You see those recent videos they put out on them, and it's
I
like,
don't
holy
even
crap.
want to. They're like doing backflips already. They're like,
yeah, they're like running on walls and stuff. Yeah, no, like it's like Call of Duty, that one where
Black Ops
yeah,
3.
I got a jetpack on
Yeah.
my robot dog. Like,
Dude, I'm nervous.
yeah, no, it's
'Cause,
crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if the DoD has
Next
like a
police
contract
dogs.
out, yeah, well,
Mm.
they're gonna be killers, man. Sharks in the water right
Who
there.
controls it?
Right,
know,
like-
Yeah.
that could, yeah, no, it's definitely gonna change things in ways we
Like
can't
warfare
even
and
fathom.
everything. Yeah,
And
I
it's
can't
cool.
even. Well, imagine that too. You're like disconnecting completely like the human element of that. So like it's
So
just some
killing
guy
it's
behind
not-
a screen.
Well, and
like,
that's
who
what they
cares?
said
You know
Call
what
of
I
Duty
mean?
was about too, is like getting us used to it. Because now look at military, they use like Xbox controllers to control a lot of their stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me go be real life Call of Duty. Let's go.
It conditions you into okay, this is
You're right,
this is
like,
my
you're right.
controller, this is my game.
Sign
That's
me
not
up. Let's go.
an innocent, Middle Eastern.
Yeah, I'm not the one personally getting shot at. Let's go.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
that.
even like the non-conspiracy theorists. in me. How much money do you think the government funded Call of Duty when it
Activision?
first started?
Do I, do,
Big
do I get
questions.
kill streaks still? Like,
You get to call in your helicopter. Yeah.
You got a UAV.
Your Apache's ready, sir.
Coming, it's over.
we win.
We got a 25.
I'm telling you, it's wild, man.
Nuke a whole city. We got a 25 bomb. Gun streak.
We got a crate coming in, guys.
If you call in a nuke, you win.
Yeah,
Okay.
air support.
You call a nuke, it's over. You win.
Well, then what? Like the drone just drops off the nuke, blows up an entire Middle Eastern town.
Let's go home, guys. It'll be over tomorrow.
Glasses a region real quick.
Did I get a S rating? Am I doing good?
Yeah. Yeah. What level am I promoted to?
Who's the leader? Who is the leader?
Any
Yeah.
bonus XP?
Yeah, match XP bonus.
What was my KD?
It's a double XP weekend, dude.
right.
Yeah.
Gotta drink the Mountain Dew for that though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you drink your monster and get your code activated before you went to your war zone with your drone?
Gotta get hyped. Gotta get ready.
Yeah. Locked in.
That's how we prepare these days.
Yeah, it's like pop 2 Adderalls and then you got your Mountain Dew game fuel.
You got a mini fridge next to you. Make
Yeah.
sure electricity isn't getting to it. Like,
They just pay streamers to go into war zones with drones. You can like watch it live on Twitch.
I'm telling you. Well, drone operators can make some serious money too.
I'm sure.
Like, go into, the software, like the equipment is obviously an initial investment, but go to a city, be like, hey, what do you pay for fireworks yearly? Well, I can half that. And
Yeah.
Way less time and effort, way higher safety.
Make it look way cooler.
Exactly. Anything you want to do, I can program it to do. So money is there.
Yeah.
Money is definitely there.
I feel like there's going to be like 2 jobs in the future. It's going to be drone operator and AI generative art engineer, right?
Just make sure the AI continues to work. That's your job.
And
we
then,
need that.
And then, controlled army, like Call of Duty style. Like you get paid to game your Call of Duty robot, whatever.
Yeah, they'll just like the DoD will just.
How does respawn work though?
It's a little tougher. We're still working on that. We're still working on that.
They
part.
just send in drone number 2 after that point.
Drop it off.
Yeah, airdrop it in there.
Oh, we're going to the gulag style. All right, we're airdropping in. All right.
You have to 1v1 to get back into the game. 1v1 the guy that killed you.
And it's hardcore mode.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
One kill. Yeah.
We don't fuck around. In
Definitely.
That's wild, man. I'm telling you, though.
It'll probably happen at some point in our life. It's just weird to me. I know my like big like what is going to happen in our lifetime is that we will have some type of AI religion at some point in our life.
Oh, that's a guarantee, yeah.
Like it'll get too smart and people will be like, oh, I gotta worship that thing now.
You got people
That's our
in
God.
Japan worshiping like tentacle porn. So I'm sure there are going to be people that that are like, oh, AI, that's cool. All right, I'll follow
The
you.
hentai AI God. I'm not ready for that yet.
Well, I mean,
Not quite.
well, they say, you know, what if God is just an alien or a program itself, something smart enough to, you know, build this.
It would make sense. I mean, if you have like parameters on a code, like you're gonna put in gravity, you're gonna put in
all the
physics,
things.
you're gonna put in everything like that.
So maybe God as we know it is just AI. It's our creator, you know?
That would be terrifying.
Plot twist, yeah.
Well, then you start thinking like, who made the AI?
Game over.
Well, then we
Yeah.
already made the AI.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, oh god.
Well, I
okay,
think,
so we like made our own god.
What reassured me was when Neil deGrasse Tyson, because he originally thought we were a program, but he changed his mind because of my Occam's razor. In part, anyway, from my
That
understanding.
is so much better than
Oh,
the
yes.
other one.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Well, this is good. That is not. Night and day. Night and day.
This one is better. This one is worse.
Right. Yeah.
This one doesn't say drink responsibly. This one does. I wonder why.
I don't even want this like in the short.
You can't pay us.
Well, because people will be like, "Oh, I see what you guys are drinking. It's trash."
It would really ding.
And it
the
has
We made
nothing
you
to
look,
do with the
though.
content. Yeah, and it was just good enough. Right?
No, it wasn't. Though. I wouldn't even say that.
Yeah, me neither.
But Smokey, if you are listening, most of your stuff is good. So
You're like, we gotta make sure we don't lose our end.
yeah, come on. Slap and tickle technique. It works every time.
The who and the what now?
The slap and tickle technique. Yeah, you, know,
Okay,
you say
alright,
something
yeah.
offensive, but then you follow it up with a hey, good job.
Yeah, tap them on the balls real quick.
Good game. Good game.
Cup check.
Yeah, come check them.
Safety first, boys. Oh shit. That's why I quit sports. Coach slapped my ass and I'm like, I don't know you like that. True story.
Not like this. Not like this, please.
If I got out of my church without this, I don't need it in my football team. All right.
You're just taking chances.
I already
at that
dodged a
point.
bullet once. I'm not trying to risk it again. You know?
Like
Crazy.
my dare instructor got in trouble for selling drugs. Like it's just like, hey, kids,
We
stay off of
trusted
drugs,
you.
but meet me around back if you don't want that.
He was the guy in the trench coat at the corner, passing out free drugs
What do you need?
to kids.
What do you need?
Oh, he was the guy? Damn it!
What do you need? I got
Should
you.
have talked to him.
Well,
They always warned us about the guy handing out free drugs. Phil.
not once.
You knew him.
Well,
He didn't go, hey, I'm offering free drugs afterwards.
yeah, that's a very rare occurrence.
Yeah.
They really misled us into thinking that happens more often.
Free
than it
drugs?
does.
Like,
Yeah.
who wouldn't take that
Or-
shit?
Exactly.
Like,
or
you
the
know
girl
what I
that
mean?
was laying like flat on the couch after smoking that weed. I need
Oh,
to find that.
deflated.
I need to
The
find that
deflate
plug.
gate.
Yeah.
I need to find
The
that
egg.
plug.
This is your brain on.
Yeah.
Like, I need to find that plug.
For real. Well, that's no wonder we're degenerates. Look at who led us. They're all criminals. Like, no wonder it didn't work.
Yeah, no, and they get mad at us about making like acid cartoons. It's like,
Sure,
okay, well, I
right.
mean, millennials, man, I feel bad. Like,
We had a tough break.
Oh,
We had
your
a tough
guys' Coke movies were good, so our acid cartoons are not. Like,
One thing leads to
Like,
another.
yeah.
The natural progression.
yeah, it is what the gateway, right?
Yeah, of
drugs,
course.
yeah.
I heard about that
it's
one.
an experiment, yeah.
God bless
Do
Nancy.
you guys think that do you think the gateway theory is real? Like
No.
where it's like people who smoke weed just inherently do worse
It's
drugs?
no-
only true because back in the day, at least, the same people that sold you marijuana were trying
Had
to push
everything,
everything
yeah.
else. If
Yeah.
it was legal back then, we wouldn't be in association with all that other hardcore shit. So it's kind of a moot
Sure.
point. It's a catch-22 in a sense.
Yeah, no, the only reason that I think that theory exists is because, and honestly, I think the gateway is like prescription drugs. I think prescription
Preach.
drugs is way more of a gateway
pharma.
than anything
Yeah.
else. Because everybody I know is like, it's because I couldn't get this drug, I went to the street version of it or whatever.
Right.
But that's my gateway theory. I don't know how much that holds weight. I don't care. But what I will say is, I have never met somebody who uses a harder drug who has not also smoked weed. You know, like I don't know anybody who's like, oh, I tried acid before I tried smoking weed.
I tried Coke before I tried smoking weed.
That's a first. That's
There you
literally
go.
the first
I'm
person.
racking my brain and
Yeah.
I tried Coke before I smoked weed ever.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Oh, no, you know,
Because usually, like Coke and crack, people are like, "Oh, I don't want to touch that." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
crack
like-
part for sure, yeah.
I was
yeah,
in.
Coke is fine, actually.
it's-
Let's
I
be
mean,
honest. It's Schedule 2.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
was
the rich
14,
people.
Yeah.
14 working in a kitchen. Like I expected there to be drug use.
There's a
You
lot
know
of-
what
But
I
you
mean?
were offered Coke before you were offered like weed.
Yeah,
So that's nuts to
Yeah.
me.
That is pretty
and I
uncommon.
did it before
Yeah.
I smoked weed. So
Did you? Oh, how about this? Did you like do any like Vyvanse, Adderall, any
Adderall.
prescription drug? Okay,
Adderall.
so Adderall might have been that gateway then.
Right.
Maybe
Big
my
Pharma?
Yeah.
my theory holds a little bit of water in the cup.
No,
a
yeah,
little bit of
yeah.
water. in the
But
cup.
you squint
I
a
was
bit,
never
yeah.
prescribed. I was never prescribed. I just bought it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still
So,
like a
yeah,
prescription.
but it
or
was,
it's still
I started
like
with
a gateway
Adderall.
drug.
Yeah,
So yeah, that
I used it to study, actually study. Like,
Yeah.
Be productive.
yeah. Well, nowadays, like, dude, it's great because you can just get like nootropics ordered to your house now.
Oh, those
like,
are
you
so
don't-
great now.
You don't
Yes.
even like need like Adderall. You don't need all
No,
these
they're
prescription
so
drugs.
great.
Most like phenylparacetam is amazing.
If they had this in high school, I would have aced everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know now like this is the thing about I think like the current I want to say like the people who are really smart in society, like they got to be using like all these nootropics. They're probably like all boosted.
They got that limitless pill.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
They're microdosing the limitless pills.
They're doing all of that. So I guess like us as like poor people at the bottom, you should like really go out and like study that kind of stuff because that might be like how you unlock your brain to like get to like the point where you can just overthink and like
Go ham.
yeah.
Another theory I
Even
have.
if you're not in school, even if you're just at work all the time, like you might come up with something
Yeah.
else on your off time that
You can all
just-
get to that next level. Everyone no
Everyone
matter where
can.
you are,
you might as well do it. And I don't care if
it's
like,
worth a shot.
yeah.
Another
Yeah.
another theory I have is I think drugs are illegal because they make you see the truth.
Ooh, there you go.
They
How
open
so? What do
they
you mean
open
by
your
the
brain
truth?
up to let you see everything going on around you,
Okay, more perceptive.
and then just
Okay.
watching everything.
Well, see, that's funny you say that because for the longest time I have had a theory that, you know how they say like we only use 10, 20%
Yeah.
of our brain, whatever?
Yeah.
The drugs are unlocking parts of our brain that for whatever reason we can't really tap into in our day to day, you know? So like ecstasy, how you love everyone, that empathy, that feeling of connection, or acid, shrooms, just the abstract creativity, things like that, you know? So I'm just saying, something to it
Yeah.
for science.
You know, well, there's like an inverse to that too. It's like sometimes people go like overboard with that kind of stuff. Where like,
yeah.
you know, like we probably all have a friend that like went psychotic after he did mushrooms or DMT or acid. You know,
Yeah.
Those are fun stories, though.
and it like over unlocked his brain. Right now,
Well,
he
it
can't-
unlocked it and he wasn't ready for it.
Yeah,
That's all.
well,
now,
whatever
now
it
he's
would
wearing
be.
the armadillo hat and looking out his shades, you know?
Yeah.
He was a rookie. He was a rookie.
He couldn't saying.
Well, you know, they say, you know, if you have like some mental disturbances as well, that can kind of
it all depends on your mindset going into what you're doing.
100%. Yeah. So I mean, it's not for everyone, of course, and I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. But
No.
Yeah,
I think it does make you think differently in a larger, bigger picture in a lot of situations.
yeah, because I think I would agree with that too. Is like I think if you aren't able to go through with it, then like you shouldn't be doing like any drug, right? Like if ayahuasca, DMT, ivermectin, whatever it is.
Right.
Ivermectin.
Not even kidding. Do a dewormer phase. Not even joking.
Do they have some psychotropic effects?
Yeah. Yep. Oh. It's like people use it as a nootropic now.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Something that came out of like the 2020 pandemic.
Hey, we got some good stuff out.
We got some out of COVID.
Right. No, like people like orally dose it now, and they like people have like cured depression with it.
Nice.
And it's just because like it gets rid of like the toxic plasma dosing in your brain or whatever. I don't know all the science behind it.
Okay.
I don't really believe it either. I don't know. Like people microdose it or whatever and do it for like 30 days and then they stop for like a week and then they do it another 30 days and sometimes they come out without seasonal depression anymore.
You know, I haven't heard about that with ivermectin, but I've heard about it like they're doing MDMA trials. People with PTSD, maybe 2 or 3 sessions in a controlled environment.
Treatments.
Yeah, or ibogaine. That's a big one. Like people go to clinics.
There's definitely
have like a 25-hour like worst experience ever. Like on ayahuasca, they're throwing up their demons. THC, and then they never want to do drugs again.
Let's get it out. Get it out.
Or all the THC prescribed nowadays, like
absolutely
CBD, CBG,
whatever. Yeah,
HHC. You have like all of these different things now.
Definitely a lot of therapeutic value to a lot of them.
Yeah. So, you know, like, not that everybody has to be doing all of those different types of drugs, but I feel like when maybe this is just kind of like public consciousness, but like when there's like a tipping point and like more people have like tried those and haven't, there's almost like a societal like reset effect
like
where
a wake up,
where it's like everybody kind of just realizes now that like,
oh, this ain't so bad.
It's not as bad as what the government was telling us when we were kids, right?
I shouldn't have yelled at those kids 20 years ago.
Yeah,
sitting in a field minding their own business.
They were just rolling around in the mud, you know. And no, it does kind of bring up like a really good. I don't know. It's like a good thing overall. I think it's like a net positive. Yeah. But like I said, not everybody should be doing.
Big disclaimer. Disclaimer.
There's like almost.
That's my parents now.
Yeah.
Like yes, like all growing up is you don't bring that in my house. Well, my dad was a DEA agent.
Well, yeah, but that's
so it's like
that'll do it. Yeah.
It was a hard one to hide. So.
He knew all the secrets. I don't know.
He knew all my spots too. Just never ironically looked in those spots when I had them there. So
ironically, oh, it's tough.
Or maybe he did, and he just didn't want his heart broken.
Yeah.
I know it's there.
He knew about some of it, not all of it.
All right. Yeah. All right. You had your secrets.
Yeah.
But you know, like drugs are just like one thing that like our generation just does not care about.
And now it's just like, yeah, my stepmom will do edibles and everything. It's just like, oh, I couldn't have those in the house.
Millennial, Gen Z, Gen X, like look at all the just ridiculous bullshit we've had to endure in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
Like someone smoking a joint or taking a tab. That's pretty minor.
No one really cares.
Right. Like
how many people actually notice? You know,
right?
Like, is it a cigarette? Is it a joint? You know, like
no one cares.
I throw something in my mouth. What is it?
We got bigger fish to
fry.
Like
we
got
go after like murderers.
We got a $30 trillion deficit. Okay.
Fent.
Go after Fent.
Go after Fent. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit's gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
Not
go after Fent.
Not a fan.
And you know, it's like it's obviously it's like I understand where like the older generation is, where they're like, okay, you guys are like lazy already, and then you guys are like doing drugs now and all this stuff. So I get it. You know, I had a pretty good conversation with a buddy the other day where he was like, yeah, like my grandma was telling us that everybody in our generation's lazy. And I was like, well, you're like partially like this is like a really hard thing because it's like the grandparents are like kind of right when they say everybody's lazy.
Oh, absolutely.
But also they're going to preach at you that like, oh, like I was in school and I worked a part-time job to pay for it and I bought a house before the age of 25.
Apples to oranges.
And it's like,
at $20,000 maybe.
Apples to oranges.
Well, they earned maybe $400 a month or whatever it was, and their cost of living was $150 a month, and they were able to save money at the same time that they went to college. And yeah, it's like you can't do that now. So like the cost of living is so different, Grandma. Okay?
It's a different world again.
You know, I'm not trying to yell at you, Grandma, but
we're putting you in the home now. Hey, I got a home. All right.
I got a house.
Life hack. That's how you do it.
Life hack.
But yeah, like when they're buying a house for like a bag of Skittles and $20, like yeah, of course it's gonna be like cheap to live.
It's a different
Our day cigarettes were 5 cents a pack.
Yeah.
It's like,
back in the day, they didn't even have seatbelts.
Like you know, nowadays they charge you $20 a pack, and you can't even.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. No, it's a
Call
different.
it sin tax. Okay.
It's a different world. It's a different world. That's a.
They want you to get
argument.
them. They want you to get off cigarettes, but it really just hurts poor people more. So.
Just punching down as always.
Yep.
Freaking government.
You gotta step on their heads to get up over the wall, you know? And then you gotta pull the ladder up too. You might as well.
It's an exclusive.
But no, you like tell grandparents that, you tell like the older gen that, and they're like, yeah, well, I don't really believe you on all this. And it's like, well, okay, how many hours a week do I work? How many hours a week did you work?
Let's
how
pull
many
out statements here.
Yeah, like we can go like receipt for receipt on that if you really want to.
Oh no, I mean we can prove it through numbers.
well,
I mean,
yeah.
we're already
an
making
entire
more
different
than they were, so it's like we make more, but what's our actual take? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Inflation.
Take
right.
home's one half of whatever, or one quarter of whatever they had.
I mean, if
you
they're
know?
taking in more, I mean everything else is going up quicker.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love my, yearly 3% raise, but I'm sorry, cost of living is going up 25%. So
In the last 3 months.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you blink and it goes up. So
Yeah.
it's just a different ballgame.
Come on, Grandma.
It's
Get
entirely
with the
different world.
times.
Yeah, this is 2024,
Well,
lady.
You know that they have to be feeling that too, so it's like weird to me that they try to gaslight you into like believing that it's not the same as it was. I don't know. Even like when I was leaving Jeff's house the other night, Roger, his dad, was like, he was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go pay my Social Security." You know, that's like a joke or whatever. But I felt it.
It was funny, but yeah, no, that's dumb.
It hit me on the way home. Like I was like, "Oh God."
That's what I told you. I'm like, you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to get any of that either. It's gone.
Yeah,
It's gone.
That thing was gone 50 years ago.
What are they saying, by like 2034 or something?
Oh yeah,
it's coming up. It's no longer like the distant future. Within a decade, it's gonna disappear.
I mean, we're not gonna have it. Like we already know that.
So
but it's just like it's ridiculous to me that we still have to pay it.
In. Even though we're not
like
getting it.
we should be able to like opt out.
Well, and that was kind of like what the American dream was founded on. Too, you can, if you put in effort, determination, you can get places. You can start from nothing and have a comfortable living. And the retirement, the pensions, all that. Like if you do what you're supposed to as a good citizen, you'll have a comfortable life. You can retire and relax, and that's just not the case anymore. You got 90-year-olds greeting people at the door at Walmart because they can't afford their insulin or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's wild.
Wild world.
That's why we got to have our side hustles. That's why we always have to,
That's why we got to have like 8 incomes.
Keep it going. Yeah, anything you can do to stay
grind
ahead.
culture, top G moment.
I mean,
break out of the matrix.
Brady might not have to.
I mean, he's good now.
But yeah.
No matter how good you are, no matter how good, you can't rest on your laurels. All right, you never know what's going to happen. That can change everything in an instant.
That's true.
That's true.
You always stay grinding.
I'm down
sharp.
money today. You know what I mean?
That day-to-day fluctuation.
Well, I think that's another crazy thing too. Is like, I don't know if crypto is going to be the out for our generation, but we're not really looking at many outs. Like if I had like a poker hand up right now and there's like, we're looking for the river card. There's not much on the table.
Right now, I got a 10 and a 2. So.
I got an ace and a 5. An ace and a 5 different suits.
I'm treading this river.
You're like banking on an ace on the river, and you're hoping that everybody else on the table is not going to flush you out.
Yeah.
Don't call my bluff.
Yeah. Because right, you pretty much have to be all in. Like you don't really have a choice. So it's like, you only got one life to live, right? So it's like, that's the thing. Like they pretty much have pulled all of the good river
cards
out.
And then if we're playing
and then
blackjack, I'll get a king.
The rug has been swept.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're living comfy off of our work now. I understand they did it before us.
Well, I think that's not even the thing that bothers me. I think it's like because they try to like act like it's not happening, and then they'll like import people that we don't know into our country to try to like fix that. I'm not gonna get all political, but
help. Because from the time they wake up, the time they're born, that's what they're doing. Like, you have to get out.
The thing is like because we're at this point, like at least in Western culture, we're just like making up problems. You know what I mean?
I'm kind of bored. What do you got going on over there?
I'm bored.
Let me help you.
Let me like start another NGO or something.
Let me help you.
You know what I mean? Like
they're picking on you. You want me to fix that?
I can fix
you
it real
want me to
quick.
fix that?
Boots to the ground.
So like, I don't know why we throw away freedom for that, but we are. You know, it's like what we do. We're good at it. You know,
there we are.
We've seen it happen in
British
land. We're probably gonna see it happen in here too. You know.
We learned it from them.
They never bring it to us though. They don't want the smoke.
Oh yeah.
I mean, behind a blade of grass in America, everybody has a gun or whatever. That
they don't want the smoke.
I seen some like GIF or something where it was like, oh yeah, sure, the U.S. dollar isn't backed on anything,
it's backed by guns.
Exactly, like they have like just our badass equipment. I'm just rolling through the day. I think it's backed by law and order. That's what we're saying.
Born too old.
They never want to bring it to us. We always have to go to them.
Too young to invade the Middle East, born just in time to invade the Middle East. That's what I'm saying right there.
No matter what type of born, there's always going to be something to sign up for.
Like we can just go to the Middle East.
Why are we always the away team? Why don't they come to us?
It's like you said,
dude,
they don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke.
They saw a back-to-back, man, and they were like, I'm not going to go that way.
Maybe now we're like, we should knock on wood. What if we're jinxing ourselves? Like some towelhead over there like is watching this right now, and they're like, oh, terrorist. Some terrorist in a cave is watching us right now, and they're like, oh yeah, you want to talk shit? You want to talk shit? Oh, they're gonna come.
They call me Osama Spin Laden, baby.
Chicken. Hey, he had a lot of information on his hard drive. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. There's that one meme image where it's like the guy from Home Alone. It's like
Kevin
McAllister holding a cup of lean. And it's got like the gold background drip and all that. And it's like, have you seen that? Oh my gosh, dude. I'll probably throw that image up on here.
Let's go.
It's so funny. If it was on his hard drive, and it's like people are like, never forget that this is on his hard drive.
Like just the randomest shit. Yeah.
Well, and then they tried to tell us that like Saddam Hussein was hiding underground in like an underground bunker with like one fan for like, a couple months or whatever. It's like, what the heck are you talking about?
It was pretty abysmal. It was pretty rough if he was hiding. It was cramped.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite,
like in a cave.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing is Pablo Escobar. How after he blew up like the government building or whatever, they put him on house arrest, so he got to chill in his mansion with all his homies and all the drugs and whatever he wants. And it's like,
I just can't leave.
And the government's
he never
like,
had to leave anyway. Like we had people.
And the government's like, we won, guys. We got him. It's like,
yeah, you won.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then they like got his son in jail, and then he dug a tunnel out.
Got out like 3 times.
Yeah, with like a spoon, supposedly. dude dug halfway to
Dude
China.
saw Shawshank too many times.
Yeah, Shutter Island. After the 5th rewatch, you really start to learn how to dig.
They met in Mexico, and then
yeah.
I get it.
I'm just saying that's pretty badass.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to see how this next like couple years go.
It's gonna be.
Do you think they're gonna crack down on the fence stuff? Do you think
I
they're just
hope
gonna
so.
be like, yo, like this is out?
Probably.
I know. I mean, even like
I hope it's like Coke when they first introduced it, and then everybody was doing the same thing.
Yeah,
They cracked down on it.
Yeah,
you'd hope so. I mean, they need a lot of us to pay their living. All right, so they don't want too many of us dying off.
Yeah,
and fentanyl's becoming a big thing. It's
Venmo.
Fentanyl.
Oh, I thought you said Venmo.
Well, obviously Venmo.
Fence.
I'm cool with Venmo.
I mean, that
though,
probably works in the same way. They're paying that to get one.
Digital cash, baby. Fent.
The Fent.
Yeah.
That's what the kids call it. I got you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would hope. It's what I think after like obesity and cancer, it's like the 3rd leading cause of death now.
Yeah.
So it's don't quote me, but it's getting up there. It's a concern for sure.
So right now they're doing a lot of studies on like Ozempic since it's kind of been out in the market, and they can they actually have like test subjects now.
They got some kind of data.
But there's a study right now that it affects the brain because it actually like I don't know if it reduces the size or increases the size, whatever it is, but it actually like makes people less self-indulgent.
Just in general.
Just in general.
Not even about food,
everything.
but in general. Wow.
Not just about food.
That's wild.
Because they really thought it was like, you know, it can like reduce your cravings.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it was like purely physical. But they think it's like something like actually like
That's
mental
wild.
is like changing in people who take it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So
So like
what'll
they
that
have
look like
more
in 20
self-control. They're less impulsive, you know.
Yeah, because
less
they're
likely
not
to take
thinking about
a
anything.
Yeah.
They're zombies now.
dumb them
Like,
down
right.
into that, yeah.
Well, I was watching something, and apparently Ozempic or one of the first one of these, like it was actually originally invented as insulin, as a diabetes drug. Yeah. But then after all the blind tests, all the studies,
that's how they all have started. Is like
a lot of them. That's what the doc was
Yeah.
about, and they just had Ozempic as like the shining thing. But yeah, like once you do tests and you find these side effects you didn't originally factor, you can just change the name of it and buy it from them and sell it as something else.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just bananas.
Yeah.
It's
But
wild.
I think it's fascinating that like stuff like that, like well, it's the thing is, and this is gonna be like in hindsight, everybody's gonna realize it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys remember like when we were growing up, it was like the carbohydrates for like the bottom of the pyramid. It was like the most basic need. And then you like grow up and realize that was like an entire lie in itself. Where it's like you should not be eating carbs because that's why we have this obesity problem.
They changed it.
Right?
It's not even a pyramid anymore. It's a circle. It's a plate.
It's a plate. That's
Yeah.
a good change.
Yeah, the Food and Drug
That makes way more
Administration.
sense, to be
So like
honest.
kids these days, they don't have the pyramid. That's not a thing anymore. It's literally just
I think
a
Michelle
circle.
Obama probably changed that.
That sounds like a
It
Michelle
sounds like
Obama
about-
thing.
Yeah, it sounds
whipping
like
her dick
about
around
right.
everywhere.
But what?
We'll edit that out.
No, we won't.
Dicking around everywhere.
Stop
He
dicking
said
around.
it. The guest said it, not me.
Don't ban it.
We'll leave it in there. No, so I just know that like everybody was told that the base of the food pyramid was carbohydrates, and that's like the worst
grains.
possible thing you can ever do.
Yeah.
You should not be carbo loading at any point in your life.
No,
Like,
it was
you
always
don't have
upside
the
down. It was
metabolism.
always upside down. That's what they didn't tell you.
Yeah.
For
The
that
pyramid was
processed
upside
sugar.
down.
Gotta
So
go
like
for
you
the
should be
sugar.
You should be
meats
eating
first.
your meats and
red
veggies
meats,
and
dairy.
fruit and dairy, and then
Okay.
the least amount is your grains and your wheat and your.
Yeah, but then why make it like that? Yeah,
Oh,
but it ends up coming out like that, right? So like all of our generation was like taught that one way, and then they wonder why the obesity
It's all in
rates
how
are
we're
so high,
indoctrinated, yeah.
right? But I think it's fascinating to see that like now that we have like a drug that can prevent that, and like
no whole bar, baby. I'm gonna just down butter left and right.
yeah, well, like they should be. I don't know. Like I don't know.
But
how,
after I take it, do I still want to do that? You know?
yeah,
like,
probably don't.
like,
The
Yeah.
way
don't
that
even
the
think about
studies-
that anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
the way that the studies are going, no. Like you don't do that anymore.
Well, at what point is it just like
So-
a pill?
Like,
Like, here's your nutrients for the day. Pop it beyond your.
That'll probably happen, but I think like it's really weird to me that like science is almost catching up to like the gym bro culture. Because they keep saying like, oh, like gut health, mind, or like all of that stuff actually matters.
Body's made in the kitchen.
And then they're like doing, yeah, well, it's like, you know, it's a machine. You just have to well oil it all the time, right?
No maintenance.
But it's like, I don't know why, like in retrospect, it will look very, very obvious. Like, anybody who knows anything would just be like, yeah, like we knew that already.
Yeah.
But like a science is somehow still catching up. I don't know, like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Got some late
It's
breaking
like,
news that everyone already knows.
Yeah, it's like breaking news, common sense.
Well, I
but
think there's a difference between knowing it and being able to scientifically prove it, per se.
yeah, but does it matter? Like, you know, like, do we
yeah.
have to be like funding research for knowing that carbohydrates are not that good for you?
Not the greatest.
Probably
the
not.
greatest, Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you probably shouldn't be eating seed oils.
It's
You
like
probably
eggs.
should
you
have
know, like growing up, eggs are like, oh, cholesterol. They're gonna kill you. You can have one a week, and now
cholesterol is
like-
like actually.
it's a good cholesterol. It's the
Yeah,
good one, not the bad
it's
one. The
actually, like-
HGL, not the LBC, whatever. I don't know, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Apparently now eggs are the good guy. It's not a pyramid. It's a circle.
Yeah.
Grains, the most important one, allegedly. Like, who knows?
Basically, you should be eating like red meat, eggs, and you know.
I think the things you can
Small
read
carbs.
the ingredient list and know what they are is a
Yeah.
big thing. Yeah. So if it's a fruit, it's only one ingredient for the most part. But like once you start getting oils and chemical names that you can't even understand or
basically
pronounce,
like stop eating Little Debbie. Like that's
I'm
really
not doing that though.
Yeah,
That's where I draw the line.
no Hostess snacks anymore.
I will try to eat good ingredients, but I'm not giving up my Nutter Butters.
Well, remember when like Krispy
Not the
Kreme?
vices, not the vices.
Come on.
Krispy Kreme got like ran out of business, and like at the end of the day, those donuts, like high calorie intake, but like really kind of better for you than a lot of the other stuff on the market currently.
Can of soda. Like, have you ever seen those? Like, this
I'd
is
rather-
the sugar in a donut.
I'd rather
this is
eat
the sugar in a
Krispy
Coke.
Kreme than at McDonald's.
Right, exactly. Like, well, in like Europe,
McDonald's can like beat the Krispy Kreme allegations. Are you kidding me?
Like what?
they got money. They
tried to put salad on their menu and then they trashed that.
Well, and the salads are even more higher calories than some of the burgers. It's like, how do you even do that? You turn lettuce
Big
into
Mac salad.
Right, like
hear me out.
They're just like they got calories in the back. They're just like dumping on this shit. I don't know what they do, but yeah, it's wild.
It's just sprinkled on.
The final chef's kiss.
They just add like seed oil to the top. They're
Keep
like,
you coming back.
Pure MG. Pure MG.
Well, it's like
whatever it is.
Subway.
MGOs.
Subway over in the UK, I think it was Ireland, they got into a lawsuit and they had to pull their bread because it had so much sugar legally they couldn't consider it bread.
Sugar in the bread?
Yeah. I mean,
believe
all
it.
breads have sugars, but
Yeah,
apparently like American food, Subway's bread is so sugary that Europe is like, no, that's not bread.
I just
That's
imagine
a cracker,
like
that's candy.
one Subway got investigated and it was literally like a guy pouring a bag of sugar into the bread batch.
It was a fluke.
Yeah,
it was a fluke.
It was a one-off, I swear.
I mean, you can never rule it out, but I would assume they were a little more diligent. You would hope.
Did they think it was sugar and it was really flour? Like,
Yeah, what's going on here? I thought it was salt, bro.
I thought it was flour.
I don't know what's going on.
Bread kind of looks unleavened. It's like comes out like a cookie.
Oh, it's the alternative. We have like that tack bread the Civil War people ate. Like that shit's gross.
Yeah. No falafel here.
Yeah, we had to make that in like elementary school. It's literally like flour, a little bit of butter, and water. And they're like,
It's like
this is what the
Play-Doh,
soldiers
yeah.
ate. And it was
It's like Play-Doh.
yeah, it was the gnarliest thing I ever put in
That's
my mouth.
gross.
Yeah. So what's the alternative? We have this bread that's not bread, or you got this thumbtack. I'm pretty sure is what they call it, tack.
They call it tack.
Yeah, like it's absolutely abysmal. So like, it's like
What would you rather
you're
have?
either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather eat the thing that tastes good though.
Yeah, like low key.
have a little happiness.
We're all
Yeah.
gonna die someday.
It's good
so,
for the
like,
soul. Okay, it's good for the
Something's gotta
soul.
kill me, you know?
You know, I think that's always funny. Like the people who take their health like super. I mean, like the people who will take like an exact amount of supplement every single day and
document
do all
every
that,
every
and,
cracker.
Yeah, track
Yeah.
everything that they do.
That's a tough life, man. That'd
They're
be a
gonna
tough
die
life.
as well. Like probably around the same.
Even earlier
age.
from the stress.
Averagely, probably
Earlier,
everybody.
yeah,
earlier.
because they're stressing
Yeah.
themselves out.
They're always
Yeah.
like high strung. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you always hear like, "Oh, I lived to be like 109, and I drank
A pint of beer a day.
a pint of beer a day," or "I always had a glass of wine at
You
dinner."
know what they were
that
doing?
was the secret life.
There's a
hack,
secret to that. It's minding your own damn business.
Preach. Preach.
Like,
It seemed like
Yeah.
a Netflix
That's
guy.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
It was
good.
like a 93-year-old man, and he's running 5Ks, and he's like, "Yeah, I smoke over a pack a day, and I've been doing this for like 70 years."
built
And then
different.
the guy next to him was like, "Oh, well, I have lung cancer, and I never smoked a day in my life." So it's like, you're
Yeah.
damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Live life, enjoy it.
Turns
life is
out
tough.
none of us get out of here.
Exactly.
No.
End of the
Don't take
day.
it so serious. Yeah.
And I can't take it with me when I go.
That's
so.
exactly it. So by all means, be mindful about your health, make right choices, but you don't beat yourself
At the end
up
of
for
the
being
day,
a human
yeah,
being and
yeah.
enjoying life a bit. you
Yeah,
know?
like you want to live like the best life, and that might be like, okay, yeah, you go to the gym and you kind of get your energy out or whatever and all that, but you want to feel good in the mind, but you also want to like relax.
Oh yeah. Well, no, exercise,
Relaxing is part of that.
health.
yeah.
That could be an addiction too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the textbook definition of an addiction is something that you repeatedly do that negatively impacts yourself and or others.
Yeah.
So if you're so preoccupied with working out that you don't get to hang out with your friends, technically working out is an addiction for you. So you could take it to
Yeah, I feel
excess.
this is personal now. No, I'm kidding.
I
He always says he's at the gym.
I've been working on it. Only one day.
I do say that a lot though.
Only one time a day
I'm like,
now.
oh yeah, I'm at the gym right now. I can't hang out, y'all.
I'm working on it, but
Yeah.
I think moderation
Always
with
there.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good for you until it's not. So.
Yeah. Well, then
Enjoy
there's
life.
like people that go to the gym like 4 hours a day, and it's like
That's insane.
they'll do 2 hours of cardio, 2 hours of lifting.
And unless you're trying to be like a US
Bodybuilder.
Olympic,
Yeah.
there's no point, you know.
Yeah.
Because again, the body's made in a kitchen, so maybe just don't
So-
eat as much, and you wouldn't have to work it off.
I know how you just use like the definition of addiction, but what if the addiction is like such a positive,
A healthy
effect?
one?
Yeah. Well, like what would be a healthy addiction then?
Well, I think you know, to some extent, being mindful of what you eat. It can very easily go astray into unhealthy ones, but being mindful to some degree is very beneficial. Going to the gym again is a good. It could be a healthy addiction as well.
Yeah, all my
But
friends work out too. So
Drinking water could be a good one.
So long as you don't
Like
poison
over
it.
yeah,
Right.
do
So
it, but-
yeah, no, and that's so technically it wouldn't be considered an addiction at that point because it doesn't have negative ramifications for yourself or others.
yeah,
Clinically, textbook speaking.
yeah.
So yeah, but anything done to excess is not good. Anything, basically.
Anything.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah. I mean, if you like running is proven time and again very healthy, very good for you. But if you run
moderation.
24/7,
yeah. There's a guy around
Your
here.
knees, your joints,
You're-
You
yeah.
got
Yeah.
bad joints in your 70s. Yeah.
you're gonna not have
Well,
calories.
yeah, my fingers don't work so well.
Because I've been gaming or rolling all day. I roll
Occupational
too much.
hazard.
I roll too much.
Occupational hazards. Are
I can
real.
neither confirm nor deny.
Get some workman's comp for that.
Yeah. I don't know who's paying you in the first place, but you gotta let me know. Like, if that's easy, that's a good job.
Right, sign me up. Goddamn.
Right. Shit.
Speaking of which, you almost got a job out in
In Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what's that about?
I got offered a job at one of the smoke shops I went to, like
Nice.
dispensaries. So I walked in, and the guy's like, "Oh, you know what?
You know what you're
Can-
talking
he's
about.
like, can I interest you in anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want this, and this." He's like, "Oh, you want a job?"
You're an
Like,
expert. You know what you're talking
Like
about.
I already knew exactly what I wanted.
Sure.
And he's just like, "You want a job?"
Oh
And
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, can I get more information?" So he like gave me this business card. I
Yeah.
scanned it, and I almost didn't come back.
What's the discount? What's the employee discount, bro?
It was like 45%. So it's like
Bye guys, I'm packing a Tesla. We're going.
I almost
I'm not moving.
I almost
Not
didn't
moving
come
away.
back. Yeah.
Right? God.
I
Yeah.
almost didn't come back.
That's hardcore. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's
I don't blame
crazy.
you.
And like the pay was like there.
Well,
so
can you do it
it's-
like freelance? So just show up for a weekend, stock up, and make some money. I'll work a couple hours.
Get the 45% discount.
Right.
Work
Yeah.
20 hours a weekend.
Yeah, I'll come
Yeah.
every other month, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's like old people. Like once you retire, you still have a part-time job, so you can get the benefits, the
Yeah.
insurance, the health insurance is
Yeah,
big. I know a
exactly.
bunch. Of
And then
people
when I
that
get
do that,
back, I'll start working at like Sam's Club, so I'll get that discount too, you know?
Dude,
Yeah,
discounts for
hooking
days. We're
everybody up.
stacking them, bro. We're stacking them.
I'm hooking everybody
man.
up.
Do you guys want to help me like finish the rest of this off?
It would be
feel like
pretty
we have to.
antiquated to not.
Yeah, I feel like we
Yeah.
have to.
It's just a
Do you
teaser.
want to try to like measure that out, like all 3 glasses, Ryan?
Well, no, like I'll sip it and then spit it back, and then you can sip it. No, okay, I trust you.
All right, I'm gonna pick a question, or do you want to pick a question and I can try to pour one
Yeah,
finger
yeah,
of
yeah.
everything?
Yeah, you
Okay,
got
we can
this.
do that.
Pinky fingers though.
This
There's
is
not a whole lot
yours.
left.
This is yours. You got the basketball.
I got the,
Yeah, I have the. Oh yeah, these are all marked appropriately.
The fedora of truth.
Yeah, the BTier bowler cap, guys. We're gonna ask
feels a
a
little
question.
fuller too. You guys been
This
putting in
is-
work.
This is not gonna go
Yeah, I
3
added like
ways.
a million questions
I
that
like
I
it.
came
I
up
like
with on the drive from Vegas to Cali. So.
Yeah, it's some extra time.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. Well, he's busy. You can start. How do you recharge and or relax?
Damn it.
Oh.
Multitasking. I didn't want to pressure you.
Oh wait, say that one more time. Sorry, we gotta get.
How do you recharge and or relax? How do you chill?
Oh,
How do you-
I play video games and smoke a little bit of weed.
A little bit of weed.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But yeah, I like to just like hang out, chill with friends, you know,
No,
go fishing, hunting.
we're not gonna let him.
Cheers to
aerate.
that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one finger that we got.
Yeah. A little bit goes a long way. This is a good one.
But yeah, that's how I relax.
Smoking a little bit of weed, playing
Smoking
some
a
video
little bit of
games.
weed.
Sounds like some good de-stress right there.
How about you?
I mean, not to sound cliche, but yeah, I'll get
Smoke
high,
a little bit of weed,
play some video games, or I like reading the news. Or, yeah,
to chill.
Yeah.
Really?
Just like, oh,
because I get to
day.
pick.
Oh, look at that!
Robot dogs.
Robot dogs
Army dogs. Yeah.
What Trump do today?
Yeah.
Well, I think at the end of the day, you can either be
Very chill. Very
You can either
chill.
be,
very relaxed.
you can be blissfully
Very
ignorant or painfully aware. Which one's gonna be better for
That's
you?
fair, that's
and
fair.
I, if it's something morbid, I'm like, I'm not in the mood. I'll scroll past it. But yeah, just reading random shit, learning. I guess you can say.
Are you a Twitter user?
I got it so I could get a PS5 when they first dropped, and you couldn't find them anywhere.
A Twitter.
Yeah,
Just Twitter
X.
for
You
X.
dead name. Wow, real mature.
Formally Twitter. As somebody who uses X, I call it Twitter.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
All right, same team.
Yeah, same team.
He got grandfathered in.
Right. How old is your account?
Yeah. How many accounts do you have? You know, do you pay premium on all of them? Probably not. Yeah,
I did what I had to for Sony.
so,
So yeah, I guess more than just reading the news, learning in general is something that I find therapeutic, something that relaxes me, and then you find something interesting, and then it's a good conversation piece when you're out and about. You know, hey,
Yeah.
random fact, did you know? You know.
yeah. I think you talked about like the shrimp bite last time you were
Yeah,
on.
the hotter than the
Yeah.
surface of the sun for a second.
Yeah, the one that we need to like make a hot sauce out of. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Or the guy that survived both atomic bombings, right? I talked about
Do
that.
you,
Yeah,
do, you
yeah,
just, do you read more on your phone then, or do
Yeah.
you don't like read like hard copies anymore?
No one does paper. I'm not risking it. I'm not risking a paper cut.
Dude, I started buying books again, and I am.
Books are different. Article like newspapers, I hate. 'Cause
Okay, yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
newspapers
Jenga,
suck.
dude. It's like origami or something. Flip to section
like,
C23.
like,
Oh, there goes my story. Yeah, I'm not smart enough for that.
Where's the second part of this?
I just want the cartoons.
Yeah.
Just want the comics.
Yeah, where's
but
my
yeah.
crosswords?
So yeah, newspaper articles, no digital, but a book. I much prefer. I don't like Kindle when I'm reading an actual book.
Oh, I hate Kindle. Yeah.
I mean, it takes away the experience.
Nah, give
to
me that Audible. I'm listening to
I'm
that.
a very big fan of Audible.
I'm
I
listening
do
to
like
that.
my audiobooks.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to just listen to, like, I don't know, the Leviathan and its
In the
Enemies
background.
by
Yeah,
Sam
yeah,
Francis or whatever while you're going
That's
to the
how I-
gym.
that's how
You
I
can listen
read,
to 10 hours of a gym.
So I read Don
podcast,
Quixote.
you know, it's
was
like the same
Audible.
thing.
So
Yeah.
shout out Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Appreciate it.
For what? What book did you
Don
read?
Quixote.
Okay.
One of
I
those
don't know what that
old-
one is.
Don Quixote.
I'm not even kidding. Never heard of it.
Oh, bro.
I don't read Eastern philosophy that much, though. I don't know if that's anything to do with that.
Oh, it's
The Art of War is about as far as I'll go.
That's fair. Sun Tzu was very smart. Some good takes on
What
that.
is Don Quixote?
It's just an all-time classic. Like I guarantee, if you Google like
Is
top
it like
10 classic
The
novels
Moby Dick of some
of Spain
different
or
okay.
Mexico,
Oh,
one of the two.
Spain,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm trying to Pancho Villa. He was invented in Don Quixote. So it was about this guy that he got bored with life and just went crazy. Some argue he wanted to fall in love and became, romanticized about the world.
Mhm.
So yeah, he got his partner Pancho Villa, and they just traveled around trying to find this princess of his. At one point, he thought the windmills were dragons, so he was fighting some windmills.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Be gone, dragon!
it's like one of those.
This is like the
all-time-
Alien, pretty much. Yeah.
One of those all-time
Blind guy writes a book.
classics.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so a really great read, really interesting. It's a longer one. It's tougher, but
I'm
yeah.
gonna look really, really dumb on here, and that's fine.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
okay. I'm open. To
I'm
it.
an English nerd. Like growing up,
Yeah,
I
but it
didn't have
sounds
a
like
lot of
that was
friends. I
Like
had
a Spanish
books.
author or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not.
But when it's on
English.
Audible, it's not nearly as painful.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, I read Dante's Inferno, the Divine
Dante's
Comedy.
Inferno is great.
At the
Yeah.
public library, they had the Latin on one side and then the English on the other, so that was really kind of
that's
interesting.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't feel like I said I was just a nerd. I didn't have friends growing up. I had books.
Books are great, man. That's how
Yeah,
you
I know.
learn. That's how you learn.
That's why I have a.
And you always
pretty
had a
decent-
weapon then. You just throw the book.
Exactly.
you know?
Some of them were
Oh,
thick, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Atlas Shrugged, man. That's like 2,000 pages. That'll hurt. Okay.
That
They
was
say words don't hurt,
Oh, they can.
but they do.
Well, they can.
Oh, yeah.
That pen, when it goes stabby, stabby, it'll hurt.
Or the book hits you in the head, you know.
Yeah. You get a quill through the throat.
Or, one of
You're
those
gonna
old
be,
school.
You're gonna be questioning.
You're
You're
my
gonna
new
reconsider,
ink.
yeah.
Oh,
what do you want
man.
your final words literally to say?
I got you, man. I got you. I'm right here.
Yeah. I can literally like inscribe it on this tablet right now if you really want me to. You got like the hammer and the chisel. You're like, this guy's last
What do you
words.
I got you covered.
Yeah. I am the one.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. What about you though? How do you relax? How do you unwind?
I don't.
It's
Man,
constant go.
Stay cooped
Constant.
up, you know.
Even like, so you guys are like bringing up like, oh yeah, I play video games or whatever. Even when I play video games now, you can't have a casual hobby anymore. So I'm out there fragging. You know what I mean? Like I'm out there dropping 50 bombs every single game. I'm stakeout 24/7, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Omni movement. I'm jumping. I'm slashing. I'm dashing. I'm getting all my camos done.
Pew-pewing left and right. You're on that grind. Even
guys, I finished my
ready for
camo
warfare, you know?
I finished my camo grind in a week this year. Okay.
Not bad.
I got all my headshots done. Like no problem. So you know, and then even my other relax, right? So maybe I go to the gym, but that's not really relaxing to a lot of normal people. I don't know. I go there, maybe I kind of zone out for a minute.
You clear your head, you know.
I tackle my demons. That's kind of where that is.
Yeah.
I like I get in my zone when running too.
Yeah.
So I'd say exercise, depending on what you're going for, could be therapeutic.
You get like the lifters high, and then I kind of just like.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like your brain never really. I can't get mine to shut off. Like it never really like. Quits.
Just a hamster on a wheel.
Yeah, and the hamster should be dead, but
it keeps going.
And
it's the Energizer hamster.
Energizer hamster. That's what it is.
He's got batteries.
He's back and he's back.
He just keeps going and going and going.
He's on an upward spiral. I don't know if I can keep up.
He's on the ivermectin again. Goddamn.
Yeah. Is he taking that orally without my permission? Consent, bro. But no, yeah, even like when I'm at the gym and I'm like tackling my demons per se, I'm still kind of like on a grind. I feel like my life is kind of just like always
constant.
I'm trying to get better, you know?
Just breathe. Breathe for a sec.
Well, and I was just about to say, like the times that I do find solace or like complete somber mentality is usually when I'm like out in nature.
Sure.
So like when I can go like hike. And like I know that's even then like I'm tired. Usually I get up to the top of like whatever I'm climbing and I'm just like I'm tired.
I gotcha.
But that's like when my brain can kind of shut off and like look at everything around.
I'm tired way before we get to the top, so don't
I look
feel
at
bad.
it. I look at it. I get out of the car. I'm like, this is what we're doing. All right.
Yeah.
I'm a smoker, so we're taking breaks.
I heard, man.
It's like you gotta pause at every tree, hit the cigarette quick.
So what is it for you that makes it so like serene, tranquil? Is it like just there's so much to observe? Is it just being out in nature? What about it?
It's definitely the observation aspect. I think I don't know what the term is for this, but I know there's probably some term floating around like you know how petrichor is like the smell of rain.
Yeah.
There's probably some term floating around for this, but whatever the feeling is that you can kind of recognize that everybody else below, like so. I don't know. Say we got up to the top of a mountain. We're looking over like a city. So like Granddad's Bluff is a great example of this. You can go up there. You can look at everything going on around you. And you feel small. Like you feel like you're part of something. You feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. You recognize that everybody down low is living their own individual lives with their own individual friend groups, with their own individual
our own time loops.
Yeah. Like they're also going through the flat time circle that I'm going through. So
everyone
like
has
everybody
own
has
life,
their own thing,
but connected at the same.
But we're all like a part of
this
earth or this like journey that we're all taking.
Yeah,
right?
There's definitely a word, but I can't think
of a term for it. Somebody's going to find like a phobia for it, I'm sure. There's probably it's not a fear though. And I find like somberness in that. Like I think like
peace,
I'm not
almost.
Yeah, like I'm not like, you know, oh like is somebody else living a better life than I am? No, I'm just more
You're in
like
it for you, not to compare yourself to others.
That's how I feel when it like snows. Like watching the snow and just like
that peace.
Being peaceful because everything gets quieter in the snow.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
like everything,
different kind of quiet.
Yeah, and like I just find peace and somber in that, just because it's like so quiet.
Right.
I just sit there and enjoy it.
I was out in Pennsylvania a month or two ago, and on the bucket list, I purposefully chose to travel during like October, fall foliage, whatever. And I found out the town I was staying in, it was like an hour drive from the Appalachian Trail.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I ended up getting to hike this mountain, hike the Appalachian Trail, and no, I mean, it was ideal because the foliage was perfect. So
That's
just
super
all
cool.
the different colors. I was driving down the road to get there, and it felt like I was in a fire because everything was just red and yellow. The leaves flying
That's
past you,
super cool.
yeah, just that the piece. It was incredible.
I mean, we get some of that around here too.
Oh, we get
But-
amazing foliage. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I always think about that too when you're like up and around this area of the country. We live in like
We're very
one of
blessed.
the most beautiful areas of
Yeah,
the
very
world.
lucky.
It's not just like this country, and I mean, I guess you can go up to like Maine. Maine has pretty cool
Yeah.
visuals
Yeah,
too.
no, I'm sure it's beautiful.
But like you look at what we have here, and I think that's like kind of what brings me back home. It's like, yeah, like, you know, and I don't know if I'll ever like call this place like officially my home because I feel like I'm always traveling. You know what I mean? Like
Everywhere
just
is
somewhere in my
home.
brain,
Wherever
somewhere
I
else,
am, is
wherever.
home.
But you know, it's incredible that we get the opportunity to just like witness what we have here in this part of the country, and we just live around it. I feel like a lot of people take it for granted.
Oh, well, and it's in your backyard. It's an easy trick to
not as
fall into.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and even bluffs were formed by the glaciers melting.
yeah.
So a lot of places, most people don't know what a bluff is. They've never seen or heard of it. So yeah,
A lot of people call them mountains. And I go, that's not a mountain.
Well, it's not that tall.
Like,
It's
that's
a
not a
big
mountain.
mountain.
That's not a
Yeah.
mountain. That's a hill.
It's a mountain junior.
Like, that's a hill.
Yeah.
Junior mountain.
It's a bigger hill, smaller mountain.
right,
Like,
right. Yeah, New England area, like you said, very, very beautiful as well.
Yeah.
Very similar as well. A lot of foliage, trees,
dude,
nature.
well, you were just talking about like the Appalachian Trail. When
Yeah.
we were out near Pittsburgh,
Okay.
they have like very similar like back roads that we have here. And when I was whipping
yeah.
around driving back there, I was like, yeah, it's just like home. Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
just whipping 60 back there, like no cops, no nothing.
No,
Like,
that's why.
yeah.
That's
it's
why I
the
like.
same exact feel.
I like
And-
traveling to PA a lot. I tell all the people I know over there, like, this
Yeah.
feels like home to me. The weather, when it's snowing here, it's snowing there. A lot of trees, a lot of nature, a lot of farmland.
Very similar.
Right, it is, and a lot. So, like, yeah, when I'm traveling throughout that state, like, I feel like I'm still at home because it's just my normal backyard. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you can get like the same feeling that you have here though when you're just like somewhere else that's similar, you know?
Right,
It's
yeah.
like it's odd to me. That's got to be a whole different word for that feeling.
Yeah,
It's like nostalgic, but like also like current. So you're like, what do I do? You know?
I'm conflicted now. Am I home? Is this something new?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just so similar in so many ways. And I think to some extent, home is where you make it, right? Home is wherever I'm at.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Home is wherever I'm at. I like that.
make wherever you are at home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Joe Dirt. Home is where you make it.
Life's garden,
know?
brother. Just dig it.
What? You like to see homeboys naked? What?
Hold up.
I didn't know
That's
you were a
not
middle
my
school
home.
teacher.
I am
I know
in
you were a
no
public school teacher.
no gay bathhouse for me, okay?
He was a Mason for sure.
Yeah, when I was in Arkansas visiting some bathhouse, I got kind of worried. I'm like, I don't know. Brady keeps talking about these bathhouses.
They call that AI, Arkansas intelligence.
Dude, I got so pissed. I went to Hot
I thought it
Springs.
was Alabama.
Oh, that gets way. We're not ready for Alabama. We work our way up. Start off in Arkansas. We'll make our way there.
Yeah, that's a cousin thing.
You don't have near enough banjo in you for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Not enough banjo in the tooth there, but you've never really been to
Yeah, been
Alabama till you got a banjo, baby.
On your knee. There's a song about it. Yeah.
I did buy a ukulele recently, so I'm probably gonna like start learning that.
The uke is fun. Uke is fun.
It's
that-
just 4 strings.
Over
like,
the
I
rainbow.
gotta
Just
be able-
like that's the first song everyone
That's the
has to
one.
learn.
That's one Kayla said right away. She's like, "Oh, you gotta like learn this song." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What song?" She's like, "Over the Rainbow." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ah, of course."
And I think a lot of Jack
course.
Johnson. Jack Johnson is fun on the uke as well.
Yeah, I can play like Banana Pancakes.
Yeah,
you know, we
yeah,
can-
that was
we
the
can do
first
that
one I
Some of
on
those
album.
kids
Yeah.
would love that.
Oh,
Our
I'm
kids at
sure.
work.
Yeah,
Love
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
The uke is fun, and the strings are a bit thicker too, so it doesn't hurt as much.
That's what I
Yeah.
kind of bought
There's
it
a nice
for. I
perk.
was like, it's kind of like easier to learn than just like.
It's
Jumping
guitar
on
junior.
guitar,
Yeah, it really is.
Um,
But you can convert a lot of that. The chords, of course, are a little bit different, but just like the framework,
Yeah.
some of the
And
techniques, you can
what
really
is it like
move over.
if you learn like the 3 chords that every song is made out of,
Yep.
you can pretty much play anything.
G,
You just have to be in.
D and C chord.
Yes.
If I teach you
Yep.
those 3 chords on a guitar, you can play well over like 1,000
piano too.
1,000
You
billion
just play
million.
variations of the piano,
Same
and
chords, yeah.
it's the same thing.
So yeah, it's like people
Because
like,
you can make it sound like really good, and you can do some like arpeggio.
well, you can play the chord, but then
and you can
like
do
kind of waver
arpeggio.
your finger, or play one different note, sharp or flat.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
it
can
can
just
really
do a bunch of different things with it.
remix it. Yeah, it's really fun.
And
Yeah.
like you can just sing any song over it, and you're good to go. So
Yeah.
that is something that I'm gonna probably pick. I don't know how much I'll actually learn, but I did buy a ukulele for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to like play.
No, I think everyone should play an instrument. It's fun.
I think when I first picked up guitar, I was really big into just like learning because I was such a big fan of Guitar Hero. I was like, oh yeah, I can probably pick up guitar.
Obviously, I
But,
can play
like,
Freebird on Expert, bro.
I forget like what the thing is, but like they have like a string by number thing.
Tabs.
For guitar, it's tabs. Yeah, learning tabs on guitar. So like I learned the really big one for me was like Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold, because I was in my middle school years when I picked up guitar. So I was like, it's your effing nightmare.
Yeah, I'm so badass right now.
Right? But
So
like
badass.
it was I learned the tabs for like at least the intro part.
Sure.
You know, like I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this like a thing. And then I picked up Call of Duty and played that a lot more. You know?
The guitar is fun, but
That's it.
Call of Duty, bro.
I was on a team in Call
Plus,
of Duty.
playing video games, it works out your hand-eye coordination. So that is productivity. You are still bettering yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people on the pod don't like to think so. Jeff gets really mad about video games.
Does
He does.
really?
He's oddly passionate.
He's like,
sometimes.
yeah, like I want to like make you guys go out and live life or whatever. It's like, well, like living life playing video games with your friends online is probably
Pretty
just as much
fun.
fun as anything else.
Well, and
that
he used to
you're
play
gonna-
video games for a long time too. So it's
just 'cause I
weird to
play
see,
video
like, the
games
It's weird to see
180.
the flip.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about,
Oh, yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I play video games doesn't mean I don't get out and live life. I went out deer hunting. I still play
Well,
video games. Like
yeah.
I go
I
out
go to the
fishing.
gym. I see you
Like,
there. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like we still like go out and do things.
Like
Right.
we still
It's
hang
not
out
the same-
outside of
Yeah.
that. Like,
The argument is that video games aren't really productive in real life. What tangible thing
Yeah.
you have, but it's not always about what's tangible. It's about what keeps my sanity.
right.
Yeah.
You know? So when I have a bad day at work and I just want to throttle
play
someone,
Elden Ring.
I wanna
or
yell at
something,
I'm gonna play Grand
I'm
Theft
gonna yell
Auto
at
and
these
just beat him
kids.
with a bat for 20 minutes.
I'm gonna yell
Yeah.
at these kids online. Yeah, I'm gonna get my
I can't
rage
do
out.
that in real life.
Right.
Okay.
No, I'll get in trouble. with
really-
that.
So I find a
I'll
healthy
get fired for
outlet.
that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
More than
yelling
likely.
at kids. Yeah.
More than likely. Yeah. I put money on
You
it.
probably go to jail if you like beat up some old woman with a baseball bat over a TV in Walmart.
Dude,
but,
she had a comment. She had a gun.
he can't have a gun.
He can't disclose anymore.
Well, it was like on a picture of a
It's
video
NBA.
game, so it wasn't like a real gun, but she had a gun.
Yeah, it was
The
like one of those
technicality.
plushy toys with like a
Yeah.
water gun.
But then when I give the full
potato,
story, then
potato,
it's
and you look at it blurry, like I don't have the best eyesight, so you
Exactly.
can't blame me.
See, it's a medical condition.
It was
Spur of the
late,
moment,
It was
yeah.
it was late at night.
It was like
Yeah.
1 a.m. on
It was
Black
after 8
Friday.
PM.
Yeah,
It
the
was in
doors
the middle
just
of winter.
opened. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sun was in my eyes at
Yeah,
1
I
a.m.
couldn't see. I swear.
Those
It was
LEDs
not
are
a
bright.
plushie.
Dude,
Yeah.
the wind carried it. I didn't even try.
Oh my god.
She's
She's fine. She's fine. She's still alive. I think she's recovering. Gunshot
vegetable.
wound. That'll do
a
it.
vegetable, but
Yeah.
she's making it.
She actually put me in the will. I get the house tomorrow.
I really touched her life.
Yeah. NDA.
And that's all I can say.
Can't talk about it. Can't talk about it.
The rest is classified.
So what is this gap in your resume? Oh, I was NDA.
There's some stories, but
Yeah.
I can't tell.
I
Can't
was in
talk
jail
about
for a
Not
little
yet,
bit.
not yet.
Did a stint.
I was seeing the world in one room.
I was locked up, but not like that.
Yeah, it was weird. They gave me like
Not
they
the
gave me a
fun, not
lot
the
of-
fun kind.
They gave me a lot of acid, and they just let me trip. I don't know what was going on?
You just told me to put the lotion on the skin or I get the hose again. You know?
It's some really nice lampshades. Really nice lampshades.
Yeah. And then a guy came in with a bunch of ghosts. I didn't know what happened.
The rest is a little blurry.
I killed a man.
I've been meaning to talk to
Brick,
you
we've
about
been
that.
meaning to talk about that.
I want to lay low. Where did you even get a trident, bro? That's what I'm saying. Step Brothers 2, Anchorman 3. We need it. We need it.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen Anchorman 2, but I heard it's good.
It is. It's not as good as the first one, but the first one was amazing. This one is still really good. So.
Yeah, I think like my brother always tried to get me like watch the second one. I was just like,
it's worth it. It's
worth
highly
at least
worth
one
it.
watch.
They bring back the giant fight scene. What do you like? What more do you need?
Yeah.
What more do you need?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll get you there.
I need an Anchorman 3.
We'll get there. Yeah, once 3 comes out,
go watch
you're
2.
boycotting 2 until 3 comes out.
So you know, it's like how I watch like episodes on TV, right?
Yeah.
Like I need to wait for the
3s.
entire series to come out,
I got you.
and then I can watch it.
That's fair.
Right? Because otherwise, I'm just waiting for From season 3.
The cliffhanger is too much.
Or I'm waiting for Severance Part 2. Like I'm just waiting.
Dude, same. When does that come out anyway?
I hope soon. Severance is great.
It is a great movie.
I keep recommending that to people.
You recommended it to me, and then I seen it on
on
American Airlines. I was on a flight, and I'm like, wait, I don't have Apple TV. Brady mentioned this. Yeah, I watched the first.
So funny.
I watched the first
Did you
2.
like it?
I was able to get like 2 episodes in on my flight. And then as soon as I got home from my trip, I got a subscription and just banged the rest of it out in a day or 2. Yeah,
That's what happened to us.
It's really good.
We watched one, like me and Kayla watched like one episode at a friend's house.
Yeah.
And then we were like,
Hooked.
I'm going to go home and like illegally acquire that copy.
Yeah, it's one of the few times I illegally acquired it. I was on an airplane. It was all
jokes, I
legit.
definitely bought an Apple subscription, but
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, I have Apple Pay. Like, why would I not just pay the extra $50 a month for it?
We all do.
Yeah.
We all do.
Easily.
But yeah, no, it's a banger. Highly recommend to everyone.
Yeah, Severance is great. It's got the guy from like
Step Brothers.
Yeah, Step Brothers uncle or whatever.
Yeah. You look like you want to punch me in the face right now.
Yeah.
Just something about your face. I just want to punch it.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a banger. It's a banger.
Yeah, and then I always recommend like Parks and Rec for like funny comedy stuff.
The Office.
Yeah, I don't like I'm like not.
Okay.
I like 1 through like season 4.
I've never seen it, but it's like the camp. You're either a Parks and Rec guy or you're an Office guy.
You've never seen The Office, or you've never seen Parks and Rec?
Neither.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you get the reference.
Yeah, no, I mean, people talk about them all the time.
Dude,
so
yeah. I don't know who are we talking to? What was that conversation where we were like, you have to kind of get references. So like maybe we've never seen Star Wars, but like you can still know
it's
who,
pop
like,
culture. Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about like Jedi and Darth Vader.
Right.
Who were we talking to?
I think that was Brad, wasn't it?
It was somebody on the pod.
It was someone on the pod.
It was someone on the
Oh,
pod.
shit.
We were talking to somebody on the pod who was like, "Oh, I don't get that reference," and it's like,
Here's the door.
But like,
here's the door.
you don't have to watch every. Like,
No, yeah,
I've
yeah.
never seen Game of Thrones, but like I can still reference like the White Walkers, or
Right,
the zombie
right, the
guys
Red
or whatever.
Wedding,
Like, I don't
right.
know, or Winter is Coming. Like that.
Exactly.
I know like general things about it.
Well, I think some things they
How can you
transcend
be so disconnected from everything?
from society, right? It's not even a media thing at that point. It's a
It's like a
societal
cultural thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of pick
It's like
it
a
up.
zeitgeist. It's
Exactly.
like, oh, you've never heard of The Walking Dead before? Like, do you know what a zombie is?
For real. What are we doing here?
They call them walkers in the show, but like, doesn't
Yeah.
mean we're living in that world.
Right. Nice.
I don't know.
Or are we?
Oh, you didn't think about it from that perspective, huh?
We just left them on a cliff.
You may want to sit down for this one.
Well, thanks for watching BTier.